You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. We are at the oval course here tonight, 5/8 mile of an oval. I'll be your host tonight, Larry Patrick, alongside, well, nobody. Carl Henderson is on vacation, so it'll be just me. I apologize. It may get a little boring, may get a little dull, or not, because I'll just talk to myself the entire time, which I normally do anyways. So if you're out there watching, want to talk, go in the chat. Give me somebody to talk to. Anyhow, as I've said, we're here at Thompson Motorsports Park. Look forward to a good race here tonight. 5/8 of a mile, so short track racing here at Thompson. And it'll be intriguing to see how these guys do here in the trucks on this track. Being extremely tight, we're looking at approximately, well, I get you a good number on drivers here. 26 it looks like 26 drivers here tonight, so should make for a lot of fun here. A lot of drivers here on this short track. Guys are heading out right now. 5 minutes of qualifying or 2 laps, so these guys will come out for qualifying right now. We're taking a look here at the number 83 of William Kling-Beal. He's going to try to get his tires warmed up and run some hot laps. Also taken to the track currently, Gary Winters driving the number 66 Chevrolet. As we also have Brian McPheron here. And Justin Anderson just turned your fastest lap with a 23.5, currently your leader. Josh Laston in second. Kling-Beal comes in though, just barely beats Josh Laston with a 24.2. Josh Laston with a 25.2 as the hot laps start coming in. These guys should be interesting here at this track. Being such a short track, how these guys can handle these tires and on a longer run, if we see longer runs. Well, right now, guys are clicking down through here. Taking a look at Randy Pepper. Looks like he is complete. Blake Gordon back from vacation. He jumps up to third fastest. And newcomer Greg Wellen, he comes up now into second place with a 23.8. Brandon Bernhardt comes up to third fastest, 23.8, tying Greg Wellen. Derek, you'd be correct. Greg Wellen is new to the series. We look forward to having him here tonight. Derek Schilling also racing. Commenting, new to the series. We'll take a quick look here at the number 87 Chevrolet, very multicolored. I actually really like that paint job there, Derek. And he'll come out, try to warm up his tires and lay down a quick hot lap. Also on the track right now, showing Brian Tiffany. As currently John Gordon, Mike Burgess, and David DeParis have not taken the track here yet. And Derek Schilling, he jumps up to 9th quickest. Kevin Muller right now showing 13th fastest. Brian Tiffany puts a lap, comes out 12th fastest, excuse me. Once again, David DeParis, Mike Burgess, and John Gordon, none of them have exited pit row here for a qualifying lap. Please do excuse me on some of the stuff that we got going on here. I'm still working with some new equipment, just recently got. I'm actually working with a Stream Deck, so I'm going to try. It is incorporated into my SDK, so hopefully we can see some quick transitions here. Brian Tiffany currently still 12th fastest. Derek Schilling sitting 9th fastest. As it doesn't look like our other guys will actually be taking off of pit row. Go to Kevin Muller. See, he's still out on the track. Getting the extra laps in right now, lap 3. And this is a good idea right here. He's just out there turning some laps and getting a feel for this track some more as he prepares here tonight for this run. Adam, we generally do pay a lot of attention to your terrible driving skills, buddy. That is the fun of you being part of the GFM family, is that we will always pay attention to your terrible driving skills. As again, we're winding down here, 31 seconds remaining. Pretty much the field is set. With where we're going to be at here. Right now, sorry, just playing again with some stuff just to see how to work out for me coming into this run here. As qualifying has now ended, let's take a look at our field. Qualifying results shows Daniel Shirley as your pole sitter, followed by Justin Anderson in third, Greg Willen, newcomer, in fourth, Brandon Bernhardt, fifth, William Klingbeil, sixth, Blake Gordon, in seventh, Andrew Burgess, eighth, Josh Laston, in ninth, Derek Schilling, 10th, Christopher Oliver, in 11th, Sean Carmody, 12th, Brian Tiffany, 13th, Randy Pepper, in 14th, Kevin Muller, 15th, Brian McPherson. In 16th, Blake Ziti. Well, that's not going to work. In 16th, Blake Ziti. In 17th, Donald Warnke. In 18th, Gary Winters. 19th, Rick Cooler. In 20th, Kevin Haas. In 21st, Ross Gage. Adam Wood qualifies 22nd. 23rd, Ed Springer, Mike Burgess, and John Gordon round out your top 25 with David DeParis in 26th spot. As you see, the last 3 did not qualify. The guys pacing around here. We get ready to go green flag racing here at Thompson Speedway. .200 laps here at Thompson, or excuse me, 100 laps here at Thompson. Pace car is off, and we are racing as Dan Shirley takes the green flag. They head into turn 1. And the 73 hits the outside wall. That's going to open the spot for this 94 as well as the 70. And Blake Gordon trying to come in tow. Greg Willen there in the 94. He makes some quick moves moving up. But caution is out already. Caution has come out already. see if we can find what happened here. It looks like Blake Ziti involved. Let's back it up. I hate to use the reverse, but doesn't show an actual accident, so we want to be able to make sure that we can take a look there. As the 15 gets on the inside, catches Blake Ziti there at the back of the truck, slides down, heads off course, and that brings out the caution here tonight. So early caution, but we have some shifters there as Derek Schilling, or excuse me, not Derek Schilling, but that is Greg Wellen moves up to the second position, with Brandon Bernhardt gaining the position up to third, and Justin Anderson dropping 2 positions. Blake Gordon gains a position. He is up to 5th as William Klingbeil drops to 6th. Josh Lassen and Chris Oliver both gain a position. Chris Oliver actually gains 2 positions. He's up to 8th, with Josh Lassen in 7th. Andrew Burgess loses 2 to 9th, and Brian Tiffany gains 2 positions to your 10th spot. First caution of the night. Here, 4 laps of 100 complete at Thompson Speedway. We look forward to a lot of fun here at Thompson. Being short track racing, we expect a lot of short track racing. So we're hoping to see some bumping, some banging, and see who can reserve their tires, preserve their tires the best, and have that strong run if we do hit a green flag stint there. Quick reminder for you guys, tomorrow night, Thursday night, starting 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's going to be the AOLL TNT series broadcasted here on Ghost Fire Media. It'll be myself, Randy Pepper, and Adam Wood in the booth, as generally usual. Sometimes one may not be there, but most of the time all 3 are there. So that's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night for the AOLL TNT series. We hope to see you there. Quick reminder, there will be no podcast here this Friday with the Ghost Fire Media for Memorial Day, and the Cup Series from the AOLL series is off this week due to Memorial Day. Pace car is off, and we are back as Dan Shirley leads them to the green flag. It's a great jump there on Greg Wellen as they head down into turn 1. Coming out of turn 2, we see Justin Anderson fighting there on the outside of the number 70, and the car goes spinning. That looked like Josh Lassen. Will that bring out the caution? No, it will not. We'll take a quick look here. He and William Klingbeil get together, pushes him down, and he goes down into the dirt. And we're back. No caution out here at Thompson Raceway as Dan Shirley continues to lead. Justin Anderson worked his way to 3rd, but here comes Blake Gordon now up 2 spots. He's now in 4th as Brandon Bernhardt drops back to 5th. Blake Gordon all over the back of Justin Anderson there. Probably not going to push too much here, make too big of a fuss trying to take over that 3rd spot, as we are just 8 laps in of 100. 8 laps in, but he is all over the back there of the 73 Justin Anderson. If you want to see just how close he is on the 73, he is almost touching the 73 as they come down that backstretch, giving a massive push going into turn 3. We'll take a look, see what Justin Anderson sees here from Blake Gordon and that number 48 Endeavor Racing. Oh, caution is out. Caution's back out. And unfortunately, it is not showing me anywhere of a wreck. As SDK shows nothing, no signs of a wreck here. So if we don't see a wreck, we cannot go to it, ladies and gentlemen. May have been John Gordon here, possibly. Yeah, he's got a lot of damage on his car here. Let's see if we can just go ahead and rewind from John Gordon. Take a look. And see if the 19, unfortunately, involved in this wreck here of John Gordon. Oh, yeah, there it is. as he's on the outside, gets loose, tags Adam Wood. Adam's able to keep it straight and goes sliding around there. Gets it back in line, gets back going. Took some good damage there, getting loose, getting on the inside of Adam Wood. While we have a second here, let's go ahead and take a moment and listen to one of our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. Right? Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go to guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com.
And we are back. While we were gone, the green flag did come back out, but yellow flag out once again, showing a couple of gentlemen off track. Once again, not showing any incidents, but unfortunately the newcomer Derek Schilling gets involved with this one here. Let's take a quick rewind. Here we go. They ended up 3 wide. Randy looked like he come down a little bit, gets into Derek Schilling, pushes the outside wall, brings out the caution once again here at Thompson Speedway. We are lap 16 of 100 as kind of thought this one could have been a rough race here today. Short track racing. We expect a lot of cautions out of short track racing, and we're seeing that already here tonight. Very sad to see that happen, with any track, as we see John Gordon with the lucky dog there going around getting his lap back, or a lap back out at least. He is showing on the lead, so that's good for him. He's back on the lead lap right now. All 26 trucks are on the lead lap as the guys pace around. Dan Shirley currently and still your leader, led every lap so far. Greg Wellen is in second. In third, Blake Gordon. In fourth, Justin Anderson. Fifth, William Klingbeil. And in sixth, Brandon Bernhardt. Seventh, Sean Carmody. And eighth, Andrew Burgess. Ninth, Chris Oliver. And rounding out your top 10, Brian Tiffany. I'm sure these guys would like to get some green flag laps here instead of pacing around Thompson. Again, the track just 5/8 of a mile, so very short track here, and it makes for a very quick race when the race does go green flag and stays green. So we hope to see some green flag laps here and continue to run some and see some good battles out there. Right now, your top four. Dan Shirley has put down the fastest, the fastest lap. But he's tied with Blake Gordon with a 23.9. So those guys are pretty much on pace with each other. But Greg Wellen not too far off with a 24.8, and Justin Anderson with a 24.4. So your top four really can run some good laps here, and we just need some green flag laps to show it. So pace car is off. Dan Shirley will lead them around. They are green flag racing again here at Thompson Speedway. Blake Gordon looks to the inside of Greg Wellen. He will get there on the 94, but can he clear him coming out of turn 2? But Greg Wellen gets a great drive coming out of turn 2 as they come into turn 3, and he will get a little bit of gap there on the 48, and he's going to actually clear Blake Gordon coming down the front stretch. Following suit there, we see the 73 of Justin Anderson. He's all over Blake Gordon as he looks to pass here on the outside of turn 3, coming through turn 4. Can he get the drive coming down the front stretch? They're side by side going across the stripe as they head into turn 1. You see the gap there. The 73 puts on the 48 coming out of turn 2. He will clear him. Blake Gordon will now get up behind Justin Anderson, and they will head down into turn 3, come through turn 4, and see if they can put their focus down and catch these guys just ahead of them. Dan Shirley right now, he's running some good laps out there, just out there by himself, leading this race. He has led every lap so far. We take a look through the field, see if we can find the best battles that we got going through here throughout the field. Oh, and Blake Gordon, he's sideways. He will spin around, and that'll bring out the caution. As they head into turn 3, Blake just gets in there a little hot, gets sideways, tries to correct it, spins completely sideways, stops in the middle of the track, but that right there is so that way he doesn't hit anybody else trying to get going again. So good on him. Stops the truck, middle of the track, waits for the field to clear, and then he'll get back going here. And that brings out yet another caution. And while we have a second, once again, let's go ahead and let's take another commercial break.
The AOLL Racing League began racing in the early 90s with Papyrus's NASCAR Racing and has grown over the decades, now racing on the iRacing platform. The AOLL has 3 divisions: the TNT Series Developmental Division for our beginners and those getting back into racing, the Cup Series for our veterans and Class A licensed drivers, the Sportsman Division racing the Gander outdoor trucks with drivers from the TNT and Cup Series. You can catch all of the AOLL action here on Ghostfire Media.
And we're back here. We see Blake Gordon. He's going to go in to the pits. As we'll take a look here. I'm assuming tires, fuel. There's right sides. And yes, he will take 4 tires. Looks like fuel as well. And get out before the field gets around. Puts him a lap down. So Blake Gordon. Apologize there, folks. We are back to Green Flag Racing. And as we see, Dan Shirley leading once again here. Greg Wellen, he is sitting currently in second. But the battles here, number 40, Sean Carmody, he's got his hand full with the 14 of Chris Oliver. Chris Oliver on that side. It seems like And I have not been able to drive this track in the trucks, but it looks like the higher to mid line is the line to be in. If you get stuck on that low line, you are the kind of sitting duck. You can't get that drive coming out of these corners. And there it is. Chris Oliver now takes the spot. That'll move him up to 7th position, but that'll allow Sean Carmody to now get up between he and Gary Winters and try to put a drive here. Continue to look back through the field. Josh Lassen, you see there, he's trying to make some moves and trying to work his way up the field as we are 32 of 100 laps here at Thompson Speedway. Blake Gordon, though, he's looking to make his way through this field, looks towards the inside of Randy Pepper. Coming out of turn 4, he's side by side with Randy Pepper heading into turn 1. And he will try to make this drive, make this lower line work, and he will as he's pulling on him here, coming down the backstretch. They head into turn 3. Blake Gordon comes through. He's able to clear Randy Pepper, and that'll give him another spot. Blake Gordon now up to 19th position. Apologize there, folks. We see Blake Gordon. He's now gotten around another driver. That's Josh Laston. And he now looks to the inside here. The 82, Mike Burgess, who didn't qualify but has a good run going here. We'll come back up front here as we take a look. Dan Shirley, he's still leading, but Justin Anderson, his teammate, was able to get around the 94 of Greg Wellen as they head down the backstretch. Now, Justin Anderson on the hunt for Dan Shirley. As we see, Dan Shirley, he is going to start catching lap traffic here. Lap 40 of 100 as he is catching Ross Gage. Ross Gage keeping the truck low as he will try to keep out of his way just to let him go by. As Ross Gage now, he's again in a race of his own, trying to keep up, not really keep up, but give these guys enough room. As he's in that high line, he's going to allow the 94 now to go by, not pinching anybody down or anything like that, but definitely giving some room. Rick, it's nice to have you here, man, and love the comment, man. I won't repeat that, not that it's rated R or anything, but fantastic. I'm sure Blake will get a great laugh out of that one. And for Rick, we will go ahead and let you know that Blake is now up to 14th, continuing to work his way up the field. He is on the outside there of Brian McPherson, but as you see, trucks bouncing around off each other as they run side by side. That's going to give Blake, Josh Laston now, the 18. He is catching Blake Gordon. He's going to go around the Blake will go around the 15 of Brian McPherson. And he's going to set his sights here on Adam Wood, and he's going to get into the back of Adam Wood. Kind of say, hey, buddy, I'm right here. Let me get outside here and get around you. Adam gives him plenty of room coming into turn 1. That's going to allow Blake Gordon to go by. But Adam Wood, that's going to affect him as now he drops a spot to Brian McPherson. And here comes Josh Laston now. Like a shark in the water, looks towards the outside. Let's go back up front now. Dan Shirley, he's now getting into a battle here as Justin Anderson. He has caught Dan Shirley. And just behind him in third spot, Greg Willen, 46 of 100 complete. And the battle for the lead is now heating up. Dan Shirley gets a nice, just a little bit of run there. Gives him a little bit of breathing room here on the 73 of Justin Anderson. But I'm sure Justin Anderson, knowing Justin Anderson is not done. But caution is out here to lap 47. Caution is out. We take a look here. Ross gets, I can't tell if he got a little loose, if that looked like it may have been net code or what, but he gets spun around and goes into the front of Don Warkey there in the 5, and that'll bring the caution back out. Well, here we go. We expected pit stops here, and here they come. And does Blake come down pit road? We know that Blake already had a stop. Can he make it the rest of the way? And no, he already knows he can't, so he is coming down pit road as well. So our leaders, basically the entire field, coming down pit road, grab 4 tires and fuel, and it'll be interesting to see if these guys can get out there and complete this race after this pit stop, lap 49 of 100. Well, I'm willing to bet, I'm going to go ahead and say it, I'm willing to bet they can. I mean, they made it almost halfway as is. I don't know where they were exactly with fuel, the remainder of this stint that they were going to be able to run, but I would venture to say they can make it the rest of the way. Right now on timing and scoring, your leader is showing to be the number 12, Randy Pepper. I'm not 100% sure when Randy's pit stop was. And maybe he's doing this championship points. Yeah, there absolutely. Stays out, leads a lap, comes in, gets his fresh tire and fuel, and then gets back out there with the field. Good strategy there by Randy Pepper. As we are now over halfway here tonight, here at the AOLL Sportsman Series, live from Thompson Speedway. We had a nice stint of green flag there. We hope to see some more of that as these guys, I'm sure these guys would like to see it. I mean, nobody wants to ride around a pace car for 100 plus laps. Rick, I honestly lose count. I feel bad for your brother there. Now, I won't, if he's a Dallas Cowboys fan, as I see in your picture there with the star, I won't feel as bad. So I got to know, is Don's favorite football team the same as yours? The trucks now lining up side by side where pace car lights are off, and we're about to go back racing. Field now fresh tire and fuel. Should be able to make it the rest of the way. The only time you may see something is if you see one person coming, the entire field goes, and then you might have somebody on newer tires. But your leader, Dan Shirley, gets a great jump on his teammate there, the 73, and that's going to give him an easy run there into turn 1. And Justin Anderson he's right there in second position. Got a little time to make up there on the 49, his teammate, but he has a nice little gap there on Greg Willen. And caution's back out. Oh! Show my man there flipping upside down. Let's go to Josh Laston, and let's rewind. Let's see what happens from Josh Laston here. Heading to the corner. You see cars bumping around there in the back. Oh, the 7. Looks like he came down. I don't know if he thought he cleared him. Josh was trying to come out of that corner. They get into each other. Josh ends up upside down on the infield. It's been a rough night for Josh Laston here. Let's take a look. Rick, your buddy, the 95 of Joe Dinsmore, is he unfortunately was caught at work and wasn't able to make the race here tonight. And we see Tim St. Jean out there. We wish you were racing with us right now, buddy. Rooting on the 77, that's Andrew Burgess. You got the Canadians rooting for each other. Always good to see, them out first to support each other. Rick, your brother's a huge Cowboys fan like you are. He's a Dolphins fan. That could be, I wouldn't say it's just as bad. I can deal with the Dolphins more than I can the Cowboys. But no hard feelings. I mean, we're not rivals or anything because I'm just a Bengals fan. So, it's one of them things. We really appreciate that you love watching the races and appreciate it on the broadcast, man. I'm trying. A lot of cautions, trying to fill the time. As Tim St. Jean said, Canadian bacon, we sizzle together. I don't know what to say to that, Tim. That's fantastic. Perfect analogy. I'm excited to say that thanks to one of the members of the AOLL series, was gracious enough to hook me up with 3 tickets. So Friday night I will be enjoying the Charlotte Motor Speedway Truck Series race. Cannot wait. Cody Mitchell, thank you so much for those tickets. Can't wait. That's going to be an absolute blast. Rick, what is he jealous of by you being a Cowboys fan? I'm rather curious about that. I don't think there's a whole lot of jealousy towards the Cowboys. I mean, even that's coming from a Bengals fan, man. Just saying. I could be worse. I know Johnny Downey out there, one of the league admins. He's a Bears fan. That's got to be even worse. But here we go. Pace car is off. We're going back racing, and Justin Anderson gets a better jump this time. He's able to stay a little closer to his teammate there, Dan Shirley, as they head into turn 1. Coming out of turn 2, but we got a lot of side-by-side racing there as the 77 of Andrew Bird is able to clear the 83 of William Klingbeil. That'll move him up to 4th. And here comes the 40 of Sean Carmody. He's going to touch to the side of the 83, and the 83 goes around. Caution out. As you see, jumps that inside there, able to just gets a little bit of a run, and there might have been a little bit of net code there. I don't know if I've seen any contact there. Let's give it a blunt view. Take a look at that from the blunt view. As the 40 comes running inside there, yeah, it's a possibility. But right in front of Blake Gordon, which is going to damage his truck up. So, Rick, I'm sure with going towards your comment you just said, I'm sure that's probably going to affect Blake's truck, I would think. So, but short track racing, you can come finish these races with, no fenders, and you'll be perfectly fine, Tim, you probably are correct. That higher view definitely showed it looked like there was a little bit of contact there. And yes, Rick, thank you for reminding me. Happy birthday to Blake Gordon, the resident alien here in the AOLL series, as he celebrated his, I think, 18th birthday this past week. So happy birthday to him. And And we are under caution once again here. Lap 63 of 100. Again, guys, catch the AOLL TNT series tomorrow night here on Ghostfire Media. We'll kick it off roughly around 7:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we're going to get a little bit of a break. No podcast this week due to Memorial Day. A lot of people taking Memorial Day, traveling, spending time with family and stuff like that. Once again, I'll be at the Charlotte Motor Speedway race. So I'll be looking forward to that. And Truck Series race. And that'll be Friday night. So no podcast Friday night. Sunday, no Cup Series. But then we will be back next Tuesday with the IVRL Series. Look forward to catching those guys once again. And then Wednesday night, we'll be back with the Truck Series once again. This time, the AOLL Truck Series will be at Pocono on June 2nd. Following once again Thursday night TNT Series. And then the Ghostfire Media crew will be back with the podcast. Not this Friday, but the following Friday after that. And then the AOL Cup Series will be back. I believe that will be Charlotte for the Cup Series. Right now, lap 66 of 100 completes. The guys are starting to get in line here. See Blake Gordon lurking there. Got to have a little bit of damage from that last incident. But again, short track racing, we don't need to worry too much about aerodynamics. So hopefully, as long as the truck drives fine, he'll be perfectly fine. Being the resident alien, I'm sure it'll probably drive fine for him. Pace car is off. Dan Shirley leads him around once again. Coming out of turn 4 as we see him step on the gas. Takes off, heads across the stripe. The 94, though, he gets a nice run. That's Greg Welling. Gets a nice run and gets beside Justin Anderson. But he's trying to fight, but now he's going to have to deal with the 77 of Andrew Burgess. The outside line works very well compared to that lower line. And as you see, the 94 is going to lose a spot here. Andrew Burgess gets a great run. And now he's going to have to deal with Sean Carmody, the number 40 in Denver on the outside. And Blake Gordon not far behind him. This could be a lot of trouble for the 94 of Greg Welland as they come through turn 3, turn 4, coming headed down the front stretch. And yes, there it is. Blake Gordon able to put his nose on the outside there. That's going to avoid Greg Welland from being able to get to that outside. He's going to lose another spot. Now, there is a little bit of a gap between these two and the number 70 of Brandon Bernhardt, and that's going to allow Greg Welland to get up. Brandon, though, as you've seen there, he tried to move pretty quick. He wanted to get up there and close that gap. That would have helped him gain that one extra position. But as we see here, Dan Shirley still leading here, lap 70, 100 here at Thompson Speedway. Just behind him, his teammate, the number 73 of Justin Anderson. But we have a battle heating up here for third position. Sean Carmody starting to catch here, the 77 of Andrew Burgess. As we see, majority of the field right now, single file. Trying to turn some laps, get the heat in the tires. Andrew Burgess now able to open up a little bit of a gap here. But Blake Gordon, you see him, he got awfully high to that wall. I wonder if he's starting to look there just to see what kind of grip he can get as he looks to maybe make a move here on the number 40. And it'll be interesting to see here as you see teammates and there with Blake Gordon and Sean Carmody. Is Blake holding back right now? That'll be the interesting thing here. Is Blake holding back right now? 73 of 100. How much speed does third place driver have? And can he make a run here on your top 3? Well, I'd say your top 2. Andrew Burgess is not too far, but then again, neither is Justin Anderson. So and there it is, Blake Gordon. He's on the outside. He's going to make the move. And Sean Carmody is going to lose 1-2 position as Greg Welland He's going to follow suit behind Blake Gordon. That's going to drop Sean Carmody 2 spots to 5th and to 6th and allow Blake Gordon and Greg Welland to move up into your top 5. A little bit of clean track here with 25 laps to go for Blake Gordon, as now he sets his sights here on the 77. As we take a look here, side-by-side racing. This here is for 11th position. That's the 3 of Kevin Haas. He is side-by-side with Adam Wood. And these guys have been exchanging back and forth for a good little bit here, running side-by-side. Kevin Haas really able to make this low line work pretty well for him, but Adam Wood finally able to completely clear him. That's going to let Kevin, he still stays, as you see, he stays near that bottom there. Just behind Kevin Haas, there's the number 5 of Don Warnke. Don Warnke trying to get back up into the picture here, sitting in 13th position. He wants to take 12th, as now the 3 looks to the inside of the 45 of Adam Wood. He's going to try to take over that 11th spot once again here from Adam Wood. And he will be able to do it. He gets the spot there coming out of turn 4. Now Don Warnke, he looks towards the inside of Adam Wood. And he's going to try to attempt to drop Adam one more spot. But Kevin Haas, he's not done yet. He's on the inside of Randy Pepper. And he looks for this spot here from Randy Pepper. That'll move him up to 11th position. Or excuse me, 10th position. As they're side by side, heading into turn 1, Don Warnke, he wants to follow suit as the teammates there of Randy Pepper and Adam Wood. Randy gets really high. That's going to open up. They're 3 wide. Oh, Adam Wood comes up, hits Randy Pepper. He's able to save it. But there comes Derek Schilling, and here comes the 18 now of Christopher Oliver. Christopher Oliver, unfortunately, though, excuse me, Josh Lassen. Josh Lassen, unfortunately, 1 lap down. So he will not be fighting for position here. But that's going to hurt. As you see, Randy Pepper now dropping positions. And Kevin Haas now moves up to the 10th position. And we come back to our leaders here. Justin Anderson make up a little bit of time. But both of those guys creating time here on the 77 until caution comes right back out once again. Oh! See if we can take a look at that one more time. Blimp view on this one. Josh Lassen on the inside. He and Randy Pepper just come together. Not cleared. Gets around. We also had, I don't know why it showed Chris Oliver coming off track first. That brings the caution back out. Also shows the number 80 slows down. Yeah, that's just... Oh, he tags the backside of Josh Lassen. Well, here we go. 17 laps to go. Thompson Speedway. Dan Shirley's led it from the drop of the green flag. So it'll be interesting to see if he can hold on here. He's had a lot of speed. As we look back, best lap time currently belongs to he as well as Blake Gordon. They both have returned a 23.9. A 20.39 here tonight. So it'll be interesting once again to see. But again, Justin Anderson not far off, 24.1. And Andrew Burgess with a 24.7. So I'm sure Andrew didn't really want to see this. It will put him on the outside, though, which is a good thing. Or no, excuse me, on the inside, which is a bad thing. That's going to put Blake. It's going to help Blake. So here it is. We affectionately call them Blake cautions. No, that is not a real thing. It's just a little joke that we like to mess with Blake. But this is a very timely caution, as it should give him the outside and let him, if he can, get around the 77 here of Andrew Burgess, and then see if you can keep pace with your two Steel Horse Racing drivers there with the 49 and 73 of Dan Shirley and Justin Anderson. Pace car is off, 14 laps to go, 13 with the green flag drops. Dan Shirley gets on a massive jump out of the corner there, but look at that help, none other than Andrew Burgess. He is now on the inside of the 73, but the 73 gets a great run, and that allows Blake Gordon now. He's on the outside of the 77, Andrew Burgess, and Andrew will lose another spot here, and here they keep coming. The 94. Greg Wellen on the outside. He will look to take that 4th spot from Andrew Burgess. Andrew Burgess went from 3rd all the way back to 5th on that restart, but able to squeeze up in front of this 40 of Sean Carmody. And here we go. Little bit of a gap between 1, 2, and 3. The gap back currently approximately about 8 thousandths of a second. I don't even know. 800ths, 8 thousandths. They'll figure that out. Of a second from the leader to 3rd. As it's closing in about a half a second as Dan Shirley continues to lead here with 10 to go, 10 laps to go. Justin Anderson, he's all over the back of Daniel Shirley. The gap there, 0.2 seconds, the gap back from your leader to 2nd place, the 73 Dan Shirley. And from there, it's only about a half a second from Dan Shirley to Blake Gordon. And our leaders now catching some lappers here. 8 laps to go. How much factor will these lappers be? That's Randy Pepper and the 66 of Gary Winters. Will these guys be a factor here? They are side by side. Now Dan Shirley opens a little bit of a gap coming out of turn 4. Randy Pepper into the wall, almost comes down into the 73. And he is on the outside just beating and banging on the wall. Blake Gordon goes too hot into that corner, gets a little sideways. That's going to open the door for Greg Wellen. Greg Wellen now tries to get the drive, but he's unable to. Blake Gordon able to get the drive. Cautions back out. As you see the 45, Adam Wood. Oh, the 14's around. Let's see if we can find Chris Oliver. I'll have to rewind from there. It did not show that on our incident tracker here. As he and the 80 get into each other, spins him sideways and goes around. Rough night for these guys, for Chris Oliver and them and company. Tim, hey, I appreciate that, man. I'm trying. It's unfortunate. I had some work stuff going on. Apparently, we got to have an emergency meeting tomorrow morning over some stuff going on. And so my phone's been blowing up. So I actually had to quit calling the race for a second to respond. As we see there, Chris Oliver now going into the pits. 4 laps to go. We should get a green-white checker here tonight. Dan Shirley has led every lap every lap here tonight. Can he lead the most important one, though, and that being the final lap? It'd be interesting to see here. I'm rather intrigued here as we talked with him about the restarts in our last podcast. I'm interested to see, does his teammate play with him on that? And with the way the restarts he did, you can mess with that rule on the restarts. I'm interested to see, does Justin Anderson sneak out a little bit there from? Do they play a little cat and mouse game? Will Justin Anderson be able to hang with them on the restart? He's got the position on the track being on the outside, but can he stay with them? Who does this hurt? Well, this ain't a Blake caution, ladies and gentlemen. Blake Gordon will now be in third, and he will be at the bottom of the track. This helps Greg Wellen of Steel Horse Racing. That will put him on the outside of Blake Gordon, which will put Blake at the disadvantaged spot there on the inside. Yes, Tim, it should be a green-white checkered here as the pace car's lights appear to be off. These guys are lining up. We'll get the 2 to go when these guys come around. Pace car is off. And Dan Shirley once again with a massive jump. That's going to help Blake Gordon, who gets a great jump in his own right. On the inside there, the 73, but Blake really pushes high. That's going to shrug a little bit of speed there off of Justin Anderson. Shift him back to fourth. Put Blake Gordon now into second. Dan Shirley now coming out of the corner. He'll get the white flag now. Final lap here at Thompson Raceway. Can Blake Gordon make something happen? He's all over the back of him. Coming out of turn 2. A little bit of a gap for Dan Shirley heading into turn 3. Blake dives in there but unable to get any kind of run. Can he get any kind of run coming out? As he will not be able to. Dan Shirley will win here tonight. Blake Gordon second, and in third, newcomer Greg Wellen. Fantastic race there by Dan Shirley, leading from the drop of the green flag. And let's see if we can get this man to burn him down. No, we did not. Well, let's go ahead and pull in our winner, Dan Shirley. Hey, Dan, it's Larry in the booth, man. You got a copy?
I do. What's going on, guys?
Man, well, no guys, just I, man. Just I.
Oh,
Hey, killer race from you, man. Got the pole position and led it from the drop of the green to the checker flag, man. How's it feel tonight?
Well, you can never complain about going wire to wire with it. So, definitely positive, especially, it's nice to get the taste of last week's events, Wednesday and Sunday out of the mouth, and, start anew and get a win out of the whole deal.
Yeah, man, it was a monstrous run. How was the track out there? Being such a short track in these trucks, with a lot of trucks on this track.
Well, it was tough. I think you saw that. We had some good green flag stints in there, but the yellows did kind of bunch up. But, just from the track perspective, that was actually my first time seeing Thompson. A number of us it was, and very awkward track. It doesn't feel symmetrical. The turns feel off, very very oddly progressed banking. So it was definitely a challenge. And it took pretty much 57 minutes of the hour-long practice to really figure out a way that felt comfortable to get around there. And, thanks to some of the team chat, was able to make a quick brake bias adjustment prior to qualifying, which I think led to the pole. And then other than that, it was just trying to keep it off the walls and keep the line consistent, not burn up the right front there as we ran from yellow flag to yellow flag. Green white checkered there at the end. Blake was working his way through the field after he had an incident, so he was filling up my mirror there at the end, but the mission was just to start the last lap in the lead and finish it there for once.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Now we're getting ready to hit into the off week there from the Cup Series, man. Are you going to take the time with that time off to relax? Or are you gonna start working towards next week?
Well, I guess we'll see how quickly the beer starts coming out of the fridge and if we get on the track for practice or not. But I'll have to see. I'm not sure what our race length is, if it's a longer race than usual in the spirit of the Charlotte spring race or not. But probably Monday at the latest, we'll be back on the track, shaking down the Cup car and seeing what we're going to be dealing with there, because it'll be nice to have the week off, but it's not really a week off because you're thinking about the next race.
Absolutely, man. How you feel about next week for Pocono and the trucks?
I'm looking forward to it. As I mentioned before, I'm not the biggest fan of those large tracks, but you've heard it said before that Pocono kind of has road course qualities, just with the no turns are the same. You've got high speed and low speed, flat and banked, cambered turns there. So I do look forward to that track because it's something very different, and I think it requires a different skill set than a typical large oval to get around it effectively.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Killer race from you here tonight, man. We look forward to seeing you next week at Pocono and then Charlotte in the Cup Series.
Sounds great. Appreciate it, man.
Have a good one. And with that being said, let's pull in our second place finisher, the birthday boy of Blake Gordon. Hey, Blake, it's Larry in the booth, man. Got a copy?
Yeah, man. What's going on tonight?
Well, enjoying the racing, man. A bunch of cautions, but we had some good green flag stints there, man. Unfortunately, you got caught up in a little bit of an incident there, but worked your way back, man. How's it feel to get a second after that?
Feels good. I mean, it was a pretty wild race. I made a little bit of a mistake in qualifying. I think I had P2 locked up, but I kind of hit the wall at the right rear a little bit coming off 4. So started a little bit deeper in the field than I would have liked, and then had that little half spin there. I made a brake bias adjustment 1% to the rear, and as soon as I hit the brakes, it just went right around. So it was really good heads up by the field not to hit me there, just sitting sideways in the middle of 3 and 4. But man, let me tell you what, coming back from the rear, coming up through the field, that's not easy there. That's really like a 1-lane track. The bottom doesn't really work. Got to try to get your nose on the outside to even have a shot, or just kind of muscle people out of the way. And you're right, a lot of yellows, had to dodge a lot of chaos, and definitely took a lot of damage in that one. But yeah, getting back to P2, it was fun. Really, really hard. That's probably one of the actual hardest races that we've had in a while.
Yeah, man, and it's funny because not the last caution we had, but the caution before that, I actually called it our favorite thing, a Blake caution, right? I was like, man, they started to pull away from him. He's going to have the outside. This is perfect. I've noticed that outside seemed to be the strong point, but then another caution comes out, and it's not in your favor. You were sitting third, and that put you at the bottom. Was that a worry for you there, knowing it was green-white checker?
Well, you know what the problem was is we have another teammate named Blake, right? And then he's sitting there going, I need a caution. 5 seconds later, caution comes out. Now I'm restarting on the bottom.
Did you yell at him about that? I got to know.
Yeah, I was like, come on, man. There's your Blake caution. So yeah, definitely you wanted to be on the top. That's where everyone needed to be to make passes. I don't know what happened behind me. With Justin, I got a really good restart with Dan on that last one. Just timed his jump perfectly, got rolling with him. Justin got a little bit slow, I think, off the line, and then coming off 2, I looked up in the mirror, had him cleared, and I'm like, oh, thank God. So I just moved up and was able to hold on to it. But man, I feel like I was looking in the mirror more because Greg, every corner for like the last 20 laps, just came charging in there, and I'm like, I haven't raced this guy. I don't know if he's going to use the bumper or not. So.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was a fantastic race. There was a lot of excitement there at the end, man. Congratulations. I'm going to ask you the same thing I just asked our winner, man. Looking forward to this week off, or are you going to take the time, start getting studied up for Pocono and Charlotte?
How is that where we're at? Which series is that, Pocono?
Pocono will be the truck series on Wednesday, and then we will be at Charlotte, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday.
Yeah, Charlotte for the Cup Series. I'm looking forward to it. I was just down there, as you know, last week. Had a lot of fun. I like Charlotte. That's probably my favorite mile and a half. So that'll be a fun race. Pocono, I hate the track. I hate going to it. I went to one race there in person, couldn't see anything. So not my favorite track, so we'll just kind of hope and pray that we get a good finish there.
Absolutely, man. Well, we look forward to tomorrow night you'll be adminning the TNT series, and then we look forward to seeing you back in Pocono.
All righty, man. Thanks for doing the broadcast tonight. Were you solo up there?
I was.
All right, man. Thanks for holding the fort down for us tonight.
Hey, try, man. Try. Have a good night.
You too, Larry. Take care.
All right. Normally, and this is a normal thing, I normally don't bring in third place finisher, but when you get a guy that one has not finished third in the league and just now starting with the league, we're going to bring him in. So without further to do here, let's pull in our third place finisher, Mr. Greg Wellen. Hey, Greg, it's Larry in the booth, man. You got a copy?
I got you loud and clear, Larry.
Hey,
You got me?
Yeah, I do, brother. I do, man. First off, man, new guy. Well, I don't want to say new guy to the league as far as from what I read for a little bit about you, coming back to the league. But first race back, man, here in the truck series in a third place finish, man, how's it feel?
Feels pretty good. So I am brand new to the league. I just came back to sim racing a year ago after taking 9 years off. So that's my backstory.
Ah, okay. Okay, yeah, man. And fantastic, like I said, fantastic finish there. Third place finish. And you picked a not easy track to come to, man, Thompson Speedway. How was the track for you trying to get a little bit acclimated back?
You know what? I have never run it before, but I got to compliment the guys I was running around up front. Every one of us was pretty patient with each other. We could have been a lot more aggressive and maybe moved. There was a lot of respect up front, so I really appreciated the guys I was racing around, and so I just tried to return the favor by, not hitting like the 48 at the end there. I was like, okay, I'll race him. If he messes up, I'll go for it, but otherwise I'm gonna race him.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And like I said, it was a phenomenal race. That green-white checkered there. How did that feel? When you had that green-white checkered, you would have been fourth, so you would have had the outside. Did you feel like you had that advantage there on that restart? Did you think that you over the 48?
Yeah, I really thought like, oh man, this is good. This puts the 48 where I was the restart before. And he got a heck of a one, and then poor Justin just slid up on that one corner, so I had to throw it low. But I'm impressed with Blake and the moves he was making. He did a great job. So at the end there, I just followed him through.
Awesome, man. Yeah, it was great, fantastic racing. Unfortunately, no race coming up this weekend. I know that you are provisional right now, I believe, in the truck series to be coming back up to Cup. So we're at Pocono next week, man. How's that feel? You excited for that?
Yes. Now, I usually prefer just to race the Cup car. I don't have a whole lot of time I can spend on the sim, and I prefer the Cup car and Cup racing. But, oh, boy, do I love how hard Pocono is. I'm really looking forward to that race next week.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, first off, congratulations. First race back in so long. Congratulations on the third place finish, man. Cannot wait to watch you again next week.
Hey, Larry, you guys got a good thing going on over here, and I appreciate everything. This was a great time tonight.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate having you.
Take care.
You too. And that was Greg Wellen. And wow, with that being said, let's pull up the results from tonight's race. And that's not going to give me what I want now, is it? Nope, see, and there's those little buttons that I got to figure out exactly what we can do there, but that's all right. We'll get it. So your race results: taking the win, Dan Shirley. Second, Blake Gordon. In third, Greg Wellen. Fourth, Justin Anderson. And fifth, Andrew Burgess. Sixth, Brandon Bernhardt. In seventh, Sean Carmody. In eighth, Don Workey. And ninth, Brian McFerrin. Rounding out your top 10 with a strong run, Kevin Haas. Fantastic race here tonight in the truck series at Thompson Speedway. It was a lot of fun to watch these guys running at Thompson. Again, very short track, so just an absolute blast to watch the short track racing. We look forward to more of this coming up. As again, catch us tomorrow night, TNT series. Always a blast to watch the TNT guys run around and out for some great racing. And then we will be back next Wednesday at Pocono, so catch that race. Again, Friday night, no podcast, so enjoy the week off from having to listen to us drink alcohol and talk smack. And then no Cup Series, so enjoy not having to listen to Josh Laston and Carl Henderson bicker back and forth. I don't know. I got none for them. They do a great job. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this race as much as I did calling it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we hope that you join us again next Wednesday, tomorrow night, TNT Series 7:55-ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We look forward to it. Myself, Randy, and Adam in the booth. But from me and everybody here at Ghostfire Media, we hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast, and we hope to see you guys again tomorrow.